everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today I am back with a werewolf family home, and this one's a big one. It's only a 2-bedroom house, but it actually has space for, I think, 5 werewolves. We have it set up so it's like a little bit of a cozier upstairs and all of the kids are sharing a room, but I had so much fun with this build. I actually built it with my best friend a few days ago, and it's definitely on the bigger side. I thank her so much for being here and wanting to play around with werewolves, because I don't know if I ever would have built a house this big without her being here, but this is a, like I mentioned, 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, and it comes in at 85,578 simoleons, and of course is located in the new world of Moonwood Mill. You can find this house on the gallery if you'd like to download it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You could also find it under the hashtag MissGryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. You're just going to want to place this lot on the Prowler's patch lot in the world, and you should be all set. So the outside of this is coming together now. There are some changes I'm going to be making, like turning this porch into a wraparound porch. The bottom portion of that chimney is going to go away, and there's going to be a bump out over on that side. But for right now, this is what I had come up with, and I was really enjoying the shape of the house as well as the roof texture. But for some reason, I wasn't really liking the bump outs on the top, so I decided to change that up to have 2 dormers up here as well, and change the roof pitch. And there was a lot of experimentation with this portion of the build. I was just really unsure how I wanted it to look, and there were so many little roof pieces to make it look cohesive and like it fit together. And I also wanted to get some of these little support beams under the roof pieces. I tried a couple of different ones, but I ended up going with these ones in the end, which are from the Get Together expansion pack. And then of course I needed to use the new fence, the new doors and windows on this build. And I played around with a lot of colors of this build. It ends up going from like brown to yellow to green. I was very indecisive with it, but that's nothing new. I'm always really indecisive on these builds. But I think the yellow is really fun, but there was just something about it that I wasn't liking with the other colors I was choosing on this build. So I do end up changing it to green in the end, but it ends up being such a cute home. It's very worn down like everything in this pack is, but I feel like it still feels like a really cozy family home, and you can tell it's lived in, and it's a little bit like messy, but it's not destroyed, if that makes sense. Hopefully you'll see what I mean as this continues. But here is that little bump out I had mentioned. I felt like this side of the house just needed a little bit of something extra, and it ended up helping out a lot on the floor plan as well, as we had some more interior space. But here I am testing out more colors and blues and greens, and I think the green looks really nice. Of course, it matches into this world a little bit better as everything's just surrounded by trees. It's a very nature-filled world, and I love this world. I think it's so nice. It's pretty small, like all of the occult worlds are, but it's so nice to have something that's a little bit more, I don't know, like torn apart like this, I suppose. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really like the lots and all of like the dirt roads and everything. I just think it's a really cool atmosphere and a fun one to build in. But I decided to have like a separate garage space over here, a little shack with a garage door in the front. That ends up being a space for a like band setup. I thought that was a cool idea. I know in the Werewolves trailer and of course in the pack we got a new guitar and stuff. So I was thinking that maybe one of the Sims here was really into performing and music. So I have like a band setup in the garage space. I also have an art setup in this house. I had a lot of like different skill building items I wanted to include, and I had a lot of fun with making the space feel overgrown. So we are starting on all of the landscaping now. You can see I have like the broken down fence. I'm getting trees all around, some of these new shrubs that we got with the debug. Of course, I'm also adding like tires and just junk around. We have a trailer. I was thinking maybe this family likes to travel around together. This is their primary residence, but they sometimes travel other places. And I just thought that was a really cute idea, so I decided to include that. And I just realized that I mentioned this was a family of 5, but it's actually a family of 6, because I have the 3 kids. There's bunk beds and a toddler bed sharing a room, but in the parents' bedroom, I also put a baby cot. So I'm thinking either there is currently 6 or about to be 6 Sims in this family. I had to use the cot and all of the new baby stuff because it's so cute. I don't know if you've taken a peek through all of the build and buy of this, if you've watched videos on it, but there are some adorable new decals that came with werewolves that are perfect for nursery. So I needed to do it, but I didn't have room to add a full nursery. So I was like, maybe, you know, they just are still in their parents' room at this point. Maybe they need to convert one of the other rooms in the house into a bedroom for this kid at some point. But I needed to do it. There was space for it, and it looks really adorable in the end. So I'm happy that I did. But anyway, here I'm just adding some more plants and some stepping stones up to the front of the house. I tried to keep most of the plants to just be green. There's a couple of pops of color. I have those yellow flowers from the Cottage Living debug. I think a lot of the stuff from Cottage Living, like at least outdoors wise, fits really well with this build. And then for actual pieces of furniture and items that came with various packs, I think the ones that go with this the best are Eco Lifestyle and I guess Outdoor Retreat as well. There's like a few different ones that work so beautifully together here. So it was really fun to kind of combine a bunch of different things. But right now I'm figuring out the floor plan. I was a little bit indecisive. You'll see me keep changing things around because I just really wasn't sure where to put certain things. And I wanted to include all of the spaces you would need, make sure we have all the bathrooms we need, as well as like having a proper kitchen, dining, living space. And I didn't feel like this house fit a fully open concept, so I kind of wanted to close it off a bit. So I struggled with that because it was just a weird layout. I feel like that happens a lot because I always focus on the outside of a build more so than the inside when I'm building it to begin with, and then I figure out the floor plan later. I have done it before where I focused on a floor plan and then figured out the outside. I haven't done that in a while though, so maybe I'll do that again sometime soon. That could be a fun challenge for me, but I always just have to figure out how to make the interior work. I will occasionally add on things afterwards, but for the most part, I just am like, this is the shape of the house. I gotta deal with it. We'll figure it out. But I did figure it out in the end. There's a big hallway when you first enter. At the end of the hallway, there is a bathroom. Off to the side, we are in the kitchen now. And there's actually an office space on the bottom floor as well. But focusing on the kitchen now, I really love how this room comes out. I'm using these counters from the base game. They're like industrial. And we got some new swatches on them last year sometime. And I decided to have an island in the middle from the country kitchen kit because I felt like they fit the style pretty well and brought in that green. And I didn't want the whole space to feel very run down. I just wanted aspects of this house to be like, there's some things that are old. And so I thought that these looked nice because they look a little bit worn down, but they're not too bad. And of course, they bring in that green color. They bring in some more contrast with the different wood tone. So I just had a lot of fun with that. I also end up mixing and matching. I don't know how to say that. Some of the upper head cabinets in here. So I have one from the industrial thing, from base game. I have a few here from Cottage Living. I have a country kitchen kit, one on the ends. And I just feel like it adds more personality to the space. Oh, and then one of my favorite things I actually added, I should be grabbing here shortly, is the shelf that comes with Journey to Batu. It's just the right style for this house. So I was pretty excited about that. And of course, the new curtains that came with werewolves. It's just like a big sheet hanging over the door, which I think is so cool. And getting some more clutter in here. I put down these flowers because I felt like they matched the style, but then my best friend said she thought they were ugly. So those are going away and I will be changing them to a different flower that I go to place on the other counter. You'll see that in a little bit. But yeah, just getting some more clutter for the middle counter space. I have some, that little wolf statue, and I think we end up with like a tea set here, and I don't remember what else. But I'm just grabbing some more items here. This is the flower that I end up replacing the other one with because I was told that, the other one was bad. So here's that little switcheroo happening. I thought that was so funny. I also got a picnic basket in here. I thought that was a cute idea for the family. There ends up being one outside as well. So if your Sims want to go, have a little picnic, they can. And just grabbing some more clutter to make this space look really lived in. You might have just heard my dog howl in the other room. Whenever he hears a noise in the hallway of our apartment building and he's sleeping, he goes into full howl mode and is trying to protect us and let us know because if something scares him when he wakes and it wakes him up, he always does that. But that is why I cut the audio all of a sudden and continued on from here.
I do that a lot when there's a loud noise in the background or I mess up what I'm saying or anything like that. But anyway, the kitchen came together there and I am now starting to work on the main hallway. I'm using this vampire's rug scaled up and lots of cracks and stains and tears all over the walls, a mixture of the ones that we just got and some from vampires as well. I just think they work really nicely and I had so much fun decorating with them. I'm so happy to have so many more like scrapes and peeling wallpaper. The texture on them is so nice. Also, I added this hanging plant from the paranormal pack in here, which I thought looked really cool. I think that pack works nicely with the occult sort of packs that we have, the game packs we have. And then just getting some coat storage by the front door as well as a mirror. Had to use the new cracked up one that came with this pack. I think it's really cool. And then this is going to be the office space, which I didn't really know what I was going to do with, so we'll be coming back to that. But first, starting on the living room, I decided to have an armchair. It's the flea market one from City Living, and I paired it, of course, with the brand new couch we got, which is very far from brand new, but it's new to the game. So I added that in here and used the new dresser that looks like a pile of stacked suitcases or trunks. We also have a guitar and some amplifiers in here, and then of course playing around with peeling wallpaper and stuff over by the stairs to the upstairs of the house and figuring out some lighting and decorations. I really like this big art piece that has the pieces of newspaper with like a painted wolf on it. There's some other things in here too, but I really wanted this to be a thrown together family space. You can tell they spend a lot of time in here. It's a little bit cluttered and messy, but I think it looks super cozy. And you can tell a lot of it is like put together with items they found. I made sure to use the bookcase in here that came with the university pack that's like set up on cinder blocks. I think that works beautifully in here. And I also got a little chair in the corner with the plants on it. I made sure to get a place for some dog toys. I was imagining, of course, this family has a dog as well. And here is the foosball table that I was able to fit in here. I just felt like this area needed something. You could probably swap that out for a card table or maybe Don't Wake the Llama or anything really. A chess table would have worked over here as well. But I ended up using the foosball table probably because it was on my mind from that bar build that I had recently posted. But this is the office. I'm using this new desk. We got 2 new desks. This one, which is a really cute like one tile desk. And we also got one that's made out of a door, which is awesome. But I've already used that one a few times. I decided to use this one in this space and a base game bookshelf as well that I really feel like fits the style. And then we got an art easel and some just like art related items over here, as well as that scratched out portrait of Vlad because I love that that's in here. I love the lore associated with this pack. And of course, like the vampires versus werewolves idea. And so it's just fun to play around with that. But anyway, this is the bathroom. It's a very simple bathroom. I just have a shower tub combo, sink, toilet, some cracks and tears, of course, some scratches. I decided to put that next to the toilet because there is an interaction in the game called an angry poop. And that is what I was imagining was happening there. Although I think there are some special werewolf interactions on the toilet as well. Or at least there's one when you have werebees. I think you can try to poop out the werebees. I don't know what the title is or like the actual wording of it. But that was the concept there. That's why there's a scratch by the toilet. And I explained that for way too long and I apologize. Anyway, this is going to be the dining room. I just wanted a nice big table and chairs in here. These are all from Get Together. I thought that they fit the style really well. I particularly like the new table that came with this pack, but it's only a 4-seater. And I feel like it could easily get repetitive since it does have the little book under one of the legs. But I do love that one and I probably will use it a lot, but I thought it was a little bit small for this space, but I do get a bookcase in here. I thought the globe bar was a fun addition and then just getting some decorations on the table. Got some leaves and some candles, which I think looks pretty cute. And of course, a hutch over here in the corner as well. And the new patchy lamp that we got. And you can see I've just added more cracks and scratches all around the space. And we get a nice mirror over here as well. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to find a spot for that mirror in this house. The crescent moon one, it's so gorgeous, but I wasn't sure where to put it. Anyway, this is going to be the kids' bedroom. Me and my friend, while we were building this, were thinking they were like a close-knit like werewolf pack that is a family. And so having like the cozy bedrooms all shared made sense in the way we were imagining this family to be. So you can see there's the bunk beds in one room and the toddler bed, and then we have the bassinet here in the primary bedroom. So just getting a bunch of various artwork above the bed. I also got this really colorful, I don't know what to call it, I guess cabinet from the cats and dogs pack that I felt like really tied in the colors in this room. Plus it's a little bit worn down with the paint like wearing off of it, like a lot of things from Werewolves. So I thought it matched nicely. And then over here, I'm making this like the nursery corner. So using those decals that we just got, they are so cute. Look at the owl and the moon. There's a bunch of them, but these are the ones I was thinking of. And of course, getting some like parts on the wall that look like they're a little bit scuffed up, and getting some decorations up here. I have like a little wolf, a little thing of candies, but I don't think they're actually candies. I just thought it would look cute there. Not sure what they're supposed to be. Maybe they're like those decorative beads people put in bowls. I don't know what those are called, but I know we had them a lot in random houses when I was a kid. Anyway, that room came out really cute. And then in here, I love the color scheme. It was very much inspired by the rug I put down, which is one from Outdoor Retreat that has like little wolves on it. And so of course I had to use that in here, and I really like this particular swatch on all of the beds because it brings in that deep blue, but also adds a bunch of other colors like pink and green and orange, which allowed me to have a lot of fun with the color scheme in this kids' room. I got some more of the decals in here that I didn't use in the primary nursery area, and some posters, some more cracks, and just like ripping wallpaper. There's something about that just adds so much detail. I also really liked using some of the furniture throughout this house that is the craftable furniture from the woodworking table in base game. And then this is just the upstairs hallway. I wanted to put in a couple more usable items and make it feel lived in. So I have a punching bag up here. We also have a dollhouse for the kids, some paintings, place to sit, nothing too wild up here. I do make sure to get laundry baskets though, because I do have a clothing line and wash bucket outside. So I needed to have a space for your Sims laundry to actually accumulate so you can go ahead and wash it. And then we're on the back porch. I just got some planter boxes and a rug. I also wanted to use the bonfire out here, but I think I got rid of that in the end because it just didn't feel like it fit. I feel like one of the smaller ones from Outdoor Retreat would have made more sense. So I didn't end up using Outdoor Retreat when I actually used one from the Little Campers kit, which worked perfectly. I think it's really pretty and matches the style of this pack. I think the whole season they had for The Sims this time, the lights out, was really cool, and I like how they work together. So anyway, just working on some more terrain here, painting everything. I had done this earlier, but it got deleted. Every once in a while that happens still in my game. It's a very annoying glitch. So I'm just redoing it all and trying to make it look halfway decent. I do like that we got some of the new terrain paints here that came in this world. They came in an update like right before the pack came out, but it's really nice to actually get some new terrain paints. That's something I feel like we don't get very often, and so it's very, very much appreciated. And just getting a mailbox out here and finishing up some more overgrown grass, filling in any gaps that I thought were missing. I didn't want it to look perfectly put together, so I was just trying to fill out any areas that felt like they should have some more overgrown spots, and just like putting some rocks and stuff around, just like last minute changes. I feel like when I get to this point in a build, I'm like, it's not perfect yet. I can't stop. I also got the dog's welcome mat on the front porch, and then I completely forgot about the garage at first. Luckily, this was a simple idea. I just wanted to have some stuff in here for you to perform. So I have the busking station as well as a variety of instruments and like some junk and stuff. And I believe the decoration box from Seasons ends up in here as well, because nice functional item that you can just throw in here. But that's pretty much it for this build. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and click that bell to be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you so very much for watching. Enjoy the screenshots, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everyone.